Hello, and welcome to the Empowerography Podcast. This is a platform created for women's voices to be heard and a place to share their stories, journeys, and successes with the world for the purpose of helping other women who might be on similar journeys. We are empowering women one episode at a time. I'm your host, Brad Walsh, so kick back, grab one of your favorite beverages, and enjoy the stories. Are you an author, speaker, coach, or entrepreneur building a brand in today's very crowded marketplace? How do you stand out? Join me on September 27th and share 97 minutes of your time for just $97 and learn how to empower your brand message and shine as a guest on podcasts. iHeart's doing it. Spotify's doing it. You should do it too. Join me and spend 97 minutes of your time for just $97. You can find the registry link in the show notes. Hope to see you there. Hello there, Brad Walsh here, your host of the Empowerography Podcast. Today, my guest is Nina Maglic. She is a marketing expert, a healer, a philanthropist, and an international speaker. Welcome, Nina. How are you doing today?
Hello, Brad. Thank you so much for having me here. I'm great. And hello, everybody who is listening and watching.
I am so excited to have you here. We've been trying to get this done for quite a while, so it's nice to finally have you here and to be able to share about all the beautiful light you put out into the world through the work you're doing and a bit about your story and your journey. So with that being said, let us jump right in. That is a hell of a lot of hats and quite a resume you have. How do you find the time for all of this, and how do you prioritize, and how important is prioritization in organization for you?
First of all, I have to say, I really love what I do. That's why I wake up every single day at 5 and start working on my business, which actually for some people sounds like, oh my God, that's so hard waking up at 5 a.m. For me, I really get excited when I wake up at 5. And my morning, actually, my whole day starts the day before when I have my to-do list and going through my to-do list. And I prioritize based on my mission and my goals, like what are my goals, what I want to achieve. And everything that doesn't align with that mission, with those goals, has to be taken off my to-do list, has to be postponed, or even, some things never happen because they are not in alignment with my goals. And this is how I stay focused to do things I love.
Isn't that an incredible feeling, though, when you are that excited to wake up and go to work and do the work you do? That is a sign of doing exactly what you're meant to do and doing exactly what you love. It's a gift to be able to do that and to have that. So it's just an amazing feeling.
Yeah, I really enjoy it. And sometimes I postpone going to bed because I want to start working on my things right now. But I say, okay, let's get some sleep in the morning. But yeah, I really get super excited every single day to do things.
I know that feeling very well. So I'm curious, with you wearing so many hats, what does your morning routine look like? Do you have a routine in the morning when you get started to your day?
Yes, I have my morning routine. When I wake up at 5 a.m., between 5 and 7, I focus on the most important tasks for my business to finish those tasks first. And then from 7 to 8, I take some time to meditate and do yoga. And then my daughter wakes up. So I have to give her breakfast and prepare her for daycare. And when she goes to daycare, it's about 8 a.m. Then I start working on my business and I work until 3 p.m. And when she comes from daycare, I'm here for her. And I want to be fully present when she comes. And I finish all the work until then.
Beautiful. What drives, motivates, and inspires you to keep going and excelling at all that you do, Nina?
The results for my clients. I have an agency that helps healers get more clients and help people heal. And I really love it because when healers expand their reach, when they help more people, there's a huge ripple effect in society because their families heal too and people around them heal too. And that's why I'm so passionate about this, because I see real life examples and it really is life changing. And that's something that really motivates me.
It's a beautiful ripple effect. The work that you do with your clients, the work that they do on themselves, then ripples out to everyone in their world, which ripples out and ripples out. It's so beautiful and powerful.
Yes.
What were you doing for a living before making the leap into the entrepreneurial world? And what inspired your journey into entrepreneurship? What was the catalyst moment for you?
I have to be honest with you. I started this journey very early when I was 23.
Okay.
And before that, I was like working in marketing, I was studying marketing. I really loved marketing. And I remember I found my journal when I was 16 years old and I wanted to have my advertising agency. And in that journal, I wrote exactly how I want my advertising agency to be. And a couple of years later, I had that.
Wow.
Because I just love it. And that was for me the only option, just to work in marketing and do amazing things for people.
So you've been an entrepreneur for quite a while. That's incredible.
Yeah. At age 23, my husband and I set up an advertising agency because at that moment we were students. We moved to another country.
Yeah.
And we wanted to work, but it was really challenging to get work permit. And the only way to work was to set up our own agency. So we did it as a students because we thought this is just a way to earn money as a students, but it changed our whole lives because
it took off.
It became much bigger than just like business for students, because we started working with international brands and doing marketing campaigns across Europe. And yeah, that changed our lives.
Wow. Definitely. How long did it take to get to that point where you're working with these major brands?
I want to be very honest with you. When we started business, we had no money, no connections, no email list, nothing. We were just like moved to another country and we didn't have a social media presence. We still don't have that for that business. And what we did at that moment, we ordered 200,000 business cards.
200,000?
Yeah. I know it sounds crazy. Like our accountant called us and said, this must be a mistake. We said, that's not a mistake. That's
sorry to interrupt, but when you think about that, when you think about ordering business, like I've ordered business cards for my photography business back when business cards were a thing. I'd order like 500, maybe 1,000, but 200,000?
Yeah.
Okay. Sorry. Go on.
Really super excited about that. And what we did actually, we were walking down, we live in Vienna, and we were walking down streets in Vienna and finding companies who might be our clients. And we were putting business cards in mailboxes. And within 7 days, we got the largest advertising agency in the world to become our customer. And not only that, we started getting a lot of clients after that. They found that business card in mailbox.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
That's insane.
And that business card was really cool. It has a really compelling, very interesting message for my target audience. And we were writing things, what we do for them. Mm-hmm. And that was it. This is how we started.
Wow. From complete scratch, you built it from the ground up. No contacts, no email list, nothing. 200,000 business cards. And how long did it take from that point, from passing those business cards out to get these brand name clients, like the biggest advertising agency? How soon after you're passing those business cards out did that agency contact you to work with you?
Sorry, you froze. I didn't hear that.
How long after you handed out those business cards did you end up working with these big brands, like that agency, the biggest agency in the world, you said?
Yeah. And this is how we started. Like first they gave us very small project because they needed somebody urgently to carry out that project. And I think week or 2 weeks, because that was a very urgent project for them. And after that, we started working on other projects. And the most important thing, the lady that hired us to the project is still our client.
Wow.
She left the agency, has her own agency right now. She's still our client.
Amazing. That is incredible. This is a prime example of if there's something you want to do, anything is possible. You guys started from the ground up and built this incredible. Holy shit. That is incredible. You should be very proud.
Thank you. Thank you. That's why I truly believe if we can build business in the worst possible conditions, everybody could do it.
It's possible for everyone. Yeah, absolutely. You just have to believe in yourself and figure out a way to stand out, do something different or just put in the hard work.
Yeah.
200,000 business.
Yeah. We didn't choose all of them, but because we started getting clients.
Yeah.
But we used a lot of them. And every time, like when I had a romantic date, that was not a date. That was really walking down the streets, doing business cards in the mailboxes.
But hey, anything could be a date. Walking around handing out, okay, yeah, we're on a date. That's okay. We're spending time together. What excites, lights you up, and inspires you the most about the work you do?
You know what? When you get results for your clients, when you get results, when people see the big changes and when they see results of the work, that's something that really excites me and that makes me really happy. And I just love it. Many people have bad perception about marketing and sales, and I see it completely different. I see selling as helping people solve the biggest problem they're praying and hoping to get solved. It's an act of service and help. That's why we all start a business. And marketing is just a tool to get your message across. That's it. And when you see it in that way, you're helping somebody find a solution to the problem they're already looking for. That's a perfect match.
Absolutely. I love the way you describe that. Can you share a defining moment from your early years and career that influenced your marketing philosophy?
When I was 16 years old, I started selling Avon cosmetics. And I really loved it and I enjoyed it so much. It was a brand new thing in my country. And what I loved about that is that it taught me how to build relationships with my clients, long-term relationships, not only focus on the profit, but really pay attention to what clients need and give it to them. So many people had hard time selling cosmetics. I did it completely different. I created experience for my clients. I would invite people to come and I will have a makeup session. They will get makeup and all kinds of things. They were so happy and so excited. And by the end of the session, they will say, I want to buy everything. And that was it. It makes people happy. And that's just something that I learned that people will buy when they understand what you're selling and what are the benefits for them. And people want to buy to improve their lives.
Right.
And that's it.
I mean, isn't that really what it is? Creating an experience for the people that you're selling to, for your clients. It's to give them an experience. You hear people talk all the time about buying products, like tangible things. That's great. I think about a conversation I had with a woman who was talking about how at Christmas time, parents can buy their kids tangible items like toys and things like that. And that's great. The toys will get cast aside after a while of the kids using them. She said that she prefers to give her kids experiences as gifts, like traveling and things like that. Give them things that will create and build memories. And that's what it's about, is creating an experience that will create a memory for your clients, that will build memories. That's what people want.
Yeah, people
more
want
so than shit that they're going to end up throwing away. Like kids outgrow toys. Kids get bored of toys, right? So give them experiences, things that they're going to remember.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that because people will pay more for experience, and experience are really what makes people remember you.
Yeah. It's how you make them feel. As Maya Angelou said, right? People may forget what you said, these things, but they'll always remember how you made them feel. Yeah. And that's what it's about when it comes to sales, is making your clients feel good.
I 100% agree with that.
When people hear the word marketing, branding also is brought into the conversation automatically. Can you explain what the main differences are between marketing and branding in your opinion, and do they go hand in hand?
Oh, definitely. Marketing is just general term, what we use to make ourselves known to the world. And branding is just one strategy of marketing. And that's it. And branding is more than just logo and colors. What people think about that, it's just
yes.
No, it's not. Like people get upset about logo and they spend so much time like going in circle, like what kind of color should I choose? That's really not important. The most important thing of branding is your message, why you're here, what you stand for. What is your mission and vision for this world? What is the impact you want to have in this world? And this is how you connect with the people. And what's your story? Like your story is also part of branding because your story is so unique. There's no other person that has the same story as you do. Use it to position yourself differently because people want to connect with personalities and people want to know your struggles. People want to know that you understand and that you walked in their shoes. And you share your story and there's going to be people who are going to resonate with that message. And very often people say, I don't have anything interesting to say.
Yeah, that's a very common thing.
Estimate the power of this story because they have experience that nobody else has.
That's
but
right.
that experience that they went through made them stronger, and the lessons learned are so valuable. And when you share that with your audience, that can change somebody's lives. And that's
Absolutely.
the thing that so many people underestimate, the power of their own story and how amazing they are.
Yeah, so many people don't even think they have a story. This is something that I commonly experience when I'm speaking with women, is so many of them, I don't have a story. Who wants to hear my story? My story is not interesting, and all of these things. But every single person on this planet has a story, and your story is important. It's worth sharing. People need to hear your story. I think it is our duty and our responsibility to the world to share our story, because it will impact someone. And the whole branding piece, I love that you said that, because again, it ties into brands create a feeling for people. They create memory. When you think of Coke, you hear that Make the World Sing, that song from back in the 80s. It creates a feeling that then sparks a memory. And that's what it's about, is again, creating that feeling for people.
Yeah, very often people say it's already been said so many times, but if it's not being said the way you want to say it, it doesn't matter. It's not being said everything, because very often just one person, one message can change somebody's life. And people need to hear story from different perspective, and your story is going to resonate with your audience.
Yes, because no one else is you.
Yeah.
And that's your gift to the world, is nobody else is you. You have a unique story because you are unique. Yeah, it's incredible. I love it. How do you practice mindfulness and intentionality in your approach to marketing, ensuring that your messaging resonates authentically with target audiences and while fostering positive social impact?
First of all, you need to know your audience very well. You need to know their struggles, their pains, what they're telling themselves behind closed doors, what makes them toss and turn in bed until early in the morning. When you really understand those problems, you can offer them solution and you can guide them. People don't want to stay stuck in life. People don't want to live in trauma. People want to get out of there. They have tried so many things and nobody wants to live in pain and suffer. But very often people cannot achieve that because they cannot overcome themselves. Their fears, their doubts, limiting beliefs are stopping them to achieve that. And that's why it's so important that you share your story, because your story is going to empower those people to take action, change their lives. And yeah, this is what I think about. Yeah, I truly believe that everything what you have to say, it's really important. That needs to be said. Don't wait and don't underestimate your life and your story.
The power of story is massive. Mm-hmm. It has such power to make an impact in the world. I love it. I agree with you 1000%. What changes in consumer behavior have you observed over the past few years, and how have these influenced your marketing strategies?
So I noticed 3 major trends right now. Okay, 4 with AI. But one is, first of all, people are more skeptic than ever before because there's so many things happening on the market. Everybody can start a business. Not everybody can deliver results. And that is really why people get very skeptical. And I truly believe that in order to overcome that, you need to share and provide value to the audience so that they can get to know you better. The second thing which I noticed, that people want to build relationships. They want to know what you do in your life. Do you have a cat or dog? What you do on Sunday mornings? People want to connect and people want to see personality. And of course, there's a huge trend with AI. I know so many people think that AI is going to solve all their problems, which is not true.
No.
And the reason for that is you need to know what to ask ChatGPT to provide to you. And even if ChatGPT writes something for you, you need to use your common sense and your knowledge and expertise to really see, is it true? And does it make sense for me?
Also, using ChatGPT, I hear so much negativity around AI, and people are worried it's going to ruin the world. It's going to take jobs. It's going to do this. It's going to do that. And I think this is true with any technology. When a new technology comes out, people get scared. They think that there's so many evil things that can come of it. And it's true with anything. AI, if it's put into the wrong hands, yes, of course, there's going to be evil people that use it for bad things. And that's true with anything. But with AI, it's here, whether you want it here or not, there's nothing you can do to stop it. So my thought is you might as well get on board with it and learn how to use it for good. Learn how to utilize it or leverage it for your business or something that you can use it for. Otherwise, if you don't get on board and learn about it, you're going to get left behind because it's here, whether you want it here or not. There's nothing you can do to stop it. So you might as well get on the train and learn how to use it for good.
Yeah, I agree with you because I think AI is an amazing tool. It's up to you. It's up to users what they do with that.
Yeah.
And I truly believe that we can do our part by using it for the good purposes, but there's going to be always people who are going to use it for bad things. We cannot do anything about that.
No.
It's like with every single technology, but we can use it definitely for good things and for good purpose.
Absolutely. I agree with you 100%. Building and maintaining consumer trust, of course, is crucial. That's part of the whole relationship and part of the whole experience. But what strategies do you employ to foster trust and loyalty among consumers, your customers, your clients?
First of all, I would say deliver results. People care about results. And the second thing is build relationships and provide enormous value to people. And very often people forget that behind every single purchase, every single invoice, there is a real human being. And very often people forget about that. And if you treat your clients as humans and build really relationships and focus on building relationships over profit, this is what is going to help you build long-term relationship with your clients. And I always say there's a list of things that we can do for our clients. Say happy birthday, Merry Christmas, a list of things that matter to them. Pay attention what is going on in their life and just say happy anniversary, whatever it is for them. And people really appreciate those small things. But they also want to see results. Don't forget about that, especially if you work with big companies. Everybody wants to see results and then they want to build relationships with them.
Yeah, relationships are the foundation for everything. It is. People appreciate those tiny little personal touches. Those go a long way. Like you said, remembering someone's birthday, remembering their anniversary, just dropping them a note to say hello. How you doing? Send an email, say, hey, I just wanted to check in, say hello, touch base, see how things are going. Those tiny little things go a very long way in business and relationships.
And there's also one thing that people underestimate when they build relationships. Not everybody is ready to buy from you immediately. People need time. Even though they don't buy from you, it's okay. They will buy maybe in 1 year, 2 years. Maybe they will never buy anything, but it's okay. Build relationships because they can recommend another friend or another client to you, and that's okay. And I will always say prioritize relationships over profit and make sure that you deliver, that you do what you say.
Yes, people over profit always 100%. Because if you go into business or any type of relationship like that, thinking about, oh, I've got to make money, you're going to repel people. That's not what people want. You have to go in with, let's build a relationship. Let's connect authentically. What can I do to be in and of service to you? How can I help you? That's a lesson I learned very early on in my entrepreneurial journey with my photography business, is because I was of that mindset. I want to collaborate with companies, but what's in it for me? What's in it? I had that attitude and that mentality. And I had a mentor and he told me, Brad, you're going nowhere fast if you continue on that path, because that's not what people want. You have to go into these relationships, these potential relationships, these connections with, how can I be in and of service to you? What can I do to help you? How can I help your business? Because if you go in with that attitude, it will undoubtedly, I promise you, it will come back to you. It will help you.
Definitely. I give all the time advice to people. Like sometimes they ask me like, what can I do with my business? And I give them advice. They make money of that. And I think that's okay. They don't pay me for that advice, but I also want them to succeed because I know next time they will come back to me. And that's okay. If they never come back to me, it's okay. Yeah. I made their life better. And that's the whole point of having business, to really make this world much better.
That's right. There is more than, I don't care what industry you're in, there is more than enough to go around for everybody. There's more than enough in this world. And not everyone's going to be your customer anyways. So once you get in that mindset, I think that helps with that shift. And it helps you build an authentic brand and business. I think authenticity is a buzzword. But it's true. We need to be who we authentically are because that's what people connect with. First and foremost, they connect with the person that's running the business.
Yeah, I agree with that. I also do marketing campaigns for B2B companies. And they always say that we are just selling to companies. Yes, but you're selling to humans.
Yeah.
And humans have feelings. Humans also make decisions based on emotions.
Yes.
It's a still human-driven business.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. How do your personal values influence the way you approach marketing and brand development?
For me, the most important thing is like to be in integrity, to do what I say I will do and get people results. I'm really obsessed about results. I wake up in 2, 3 in the morning getting like the problem solved. I get really super excited about problem solving. I know that's, I really love. That's why I'm having business actually. And the second thing is whatever I do, I want to deliver my clients extraordinary experience and quality. I want to make sure that they feel taken care of, that they feel seen, heard, understood, and that I can provide that experience for them. And that's for me the number one thing in my business.
Yeah. I mean, when it comes down to it, that's all people really want is to be heard and seen.
Yeah.
And if you can provide that for someone, I don't understand why people can't grasp that concept. It's pretty simple, really, when you think about it.
Yeah, but people very often forget, like, they think, oh my God, I'm selling sessions, I'm selling courses, I'm selling products. People don't want to buy courses, products, like memberships, whatever you sell. They want to buy results and they want to buy experience.
Yeah.
And they will pay for that.
Yes.
And if you can just change the message that it really focuses on delivering results and great customer experience, you don't have a problem anymore.
Yeah, exactly. What are some of the biggest challenges that you've faced in your marketing career, and how did you overcome them?
I would say the setting up the advertising agency with my husband without anything, without no money, no connections, no email list, nothing. That's the number one challenge that we had. And it was really tough because even though we lived in that country, we just moved to that country. We were not so fluent in that language, but we had to work really hard to make that happen. And I remember the first 2 years we worked 24/7 and we were asking ourselves, oh my God, it's going to be like that always. And the truth is it will not be like that all the time. And you will find your balance. You will find the way how to run your business. The first 2 years are always challenging, but after that, you survive and thrive.
Yeah. What advice would you give to someone who is just starting out in the marketing world?
Oh, first of all, at the beginning, we all want to consume a lot of knowledge, learn a lot about things, and never apply anything. And my advice is just start applying things, even though you're going to make mistakes, even though you're going to fail sometime. I don't see failures as failures. I see failures as lessons. And these lessons are going to be the best teacher you will ever have. They will teach you how not to do things, which is so valuable. It is so valuable. Sometimes people succeed and they have no clue what worked. But sometimes if you fail and if you make a lot of mistakes, you will know what worked because you know that 99% of things that you tried didn't work. And there was just one thing that worked. And my advice is really just start applying knowledge that you learn and don't be afraid to make mistakes.
Nina, I want to shift gears here now for a minute. And I'm very curious to hear how your spiritual journey began. Was there a catalyst moment in your life that led you down the spiritual path? And if so, can you share that with us?
Yes. First of all, I have to be very honest. I never intended to be a healer. That I couldn't imagine being a healer. And the life just happened. A few years ago, I became very sick and I had the bad cramps. And every time when I had a cramp, it was so painful that I couldn't move from pain for 1 hour. And I had 5 to 8 cramps per day. And I spent 18 months looking for a solution to my pain. And I visited doctors, did all blood tests, all body scans. Nothing showed why I have a pain. And there was a moment at the hospital when they told me it's going to take us years to find the root cause of your pain. And I started crying. I was like, I don't want to live like this one more day. I had so much pain. I barely could walk. And I had to stop working. I didn't really have life. And on my way back home, I started really thinking about everything. And I said, maybe that's something that traditional medicine cannot solve. Maybe there is something that my body is telling me and I cannot really understand what's going on. And I had nothing else to lose. And I decided to schedule a call with an energy healer in LA. And in just 2 sessions, I became pain-free. I never had that pain.
Wow.
And I said, oh my God, I want to know what you know. I want to be able to help myself anytime I need it. Like, I really want to have my health back. And this is how I started learning about energy healing, applying all these tools that I learned and doing all these courses that I did, because I wanted to get my health back. And I did. And all of a sudden, people started reaching out to me to refer me to friends and family members. And so like, okay, I will do that. And all of a sudden I realized I was booked weeks in advance. And I said, oh, this is not a hobby anymore. This is a business. And I was really shocked because I treated that as a hobby. That was for me to get my health back, but it really helped other people as well. And that was really the way how I started doing healing.
But see, again, it goes back to what we were talking about. Is you don't go in with the intention of making money and doing it for that purpose. You did it for you, to help you. And it ended up blossoming into this beautiful thing where you're now helping other people. And that's what it's about.
Yeah. And definitely I was like, when people reached out to me to have a session with me, it was like, I don't know if I could help you. I know that I can't help myself.
Imposter syndrome and all the things, right?
But I tried to get, I wanted to give it a try. And I gave 500 free sessions before I start charging anybody.
Wow.
And, yeah.
500?
Yeah, 500, because I really wanted to practice. I said, look, I want to practice. I want to try it. Do you want to be my practice partner? And people said yes. And I started really getting great results for my clients. And then they started referring me to friends and family members. And yeah, it turned into business.
And here we are. It's a business. So when did you, yes, 500 sessions, free sessions. I'm always curious to talk to people about this who are healers, who work in energy. And I love hearing different people's thoughts on this. So I'm curious, do you believe that everybody has spiritual gifts and the ability to heal and be an intuitive within? And it's just a matter of, I guess, having the right guidance to do or figuring out how to tap into those things?
Yeah, I agree with that. I truly believe that everybody has healing skills and everybody can heal. And we actually heal when we choose to heal. And a healer just guides you through that process of healing. This is how healing really works. They share tools with you to navigate that healing journey. And I truly believe everybody can do it, especially kids are very good at that. And the only thing is we teach kids that this world doesn't exist, even though they play with that. And very often I hear from people, I don't believe in energy. And the thing is, every single thought, every single emotion, everything what you do is just energy. 99% of you is just energy, and 0.0001% what people see is just matter. And this is what is scientifically proven. And people focus only on matter, even though energy is a much bigger part of our life. Even when you're listening to me, when you're watching me, you're using your energy to be able to connect with me. And how energy healer works is basically they use your energy to move it in the way that serves you best. And that's it. And people just need to learn those tools and everybody can heal.
Yeah. Everything is energy. Money is energy. Everything is money. I'm sorry. Not everything is money. Everything is energy.
Yes.
Everything. It's an energy exchange.
Yes. Yes. And yeah, I always say to people, like, when scientists started researching our bodies, they found out that our bodies are made of organs. Organs are made of cells, and cells are made of small molecules. And when they started researching those molecules, they found out there was nothing there, just empty space and energy. So we are just energy, and everything around us is just energy.
What are some common misconceptions about healing and healers that you encounter?
First of all, many people think this is a new age therapy, which is not. We have been using this for many years, like 10,000 years ago. Shamans were using energy healing to help people. We didn't have body scans. We didn't have blood tests, nothing. We still heal people. That's one thing. And second thing is people believe they need to be chosen or blessed by these gifts by God. And that's not really true. everybody has these skills. You don't have to be chosen one. You're already chosen.
Yeah, everyone is blessed and chosen already.
And the third thing is that people think that this is not scientifically proven, which is really not true. And especially Dr. Joe Dispenza did 18,000 scans of people's body before energy healing treatment and after energy healing treatment, and discovered there was a huge improvement on a human's body after using energy healing treatments. And there are a lot of studies that confirm that, so people can inform themselves about that on the internet.
What are some of the most profound lessons that you've learned through your own personal healing experiences and through the work you do with your clients?
I think the most valuable lesson I learned was that no matter your life circumstance, no matter the situation you're currently in, no matter what's going on in your life, how bad or good your life is, you can always change it. And you have power to change it. And you are not so hopeless and powerless as so many people think. You can change things. And really outside the world is just projection, what's happening inside of us. And I had so many great moments with my clients when I helped them shift their energy, when I helped them really remove their fears and doubts and limiting beliefs. All of a sudden, the whole new world opens. That was always available to you, but you couldn't just see that because you were looking through your lenses of fears and doubts and limiting beliefs. And this is what I want to give people. Everything can be changed, even your circumstance.
We all have the power to choose and change things. It's up to us because no one else is going to do it for you.
Yes. And we need to take responsibility for our life. That's the most important thing for people to understand. You need to take responsibility. And very often we hold onto our old version of ourselves 10, 20, 30 years ago, 50 years ago, because we still believe we are that person. And that was 30 years ago, but we are still holding on to those beliefs. And we cannot let it go. But we need to let go in order to become a new, better version of us. I remember the first session I had, my healer said to me, you need to let that go. I was thinking, if I let that go, I will let go of part of me and I will not be me. I was like, I cannot do that. And then she said, you need to let it go. And it's like, I was so desperate to heal. I said, I will let anything go. I just want to get my health back. And this is the message that I want to give to people. You need to let go of everything that you are not anymore and open a door for new possibilities, a new version of you to become.
It's not serving you, so let it go. And I know that sounds very callous and just, it's easy, just let it go. It's not easy. I think that should be stated too. It's not easy to let that go. It takes a lot of work. But if you do let go, think of how different things could be for you.
Yeah. And
how has your work...
Sorry, as you said...
Go ahead. No,
it's very hard to let go because we still believe it's part of us, even though it's not. And we think we are going to...
Well, as you said, as you experienced.
Yeah.
As you experienced, if I let go of that, I'm letting go a part of me. It's hard. It takes work for sure. How has your work as a healer contributed to your own personal and spiritual growth?
I would just say it changed my whole life, 360 degrees. First of all, I was working in marketing and now I'm doing healing and now I'm doing marketing for healers. I couldn't imagine things like that. A few years ago, I was so introvert. Like I was a person who didn't want to stand in spotlight. I was so afraid of public speaking. Now I speak. I don't have any fears anymore. And if I decide that I can achieve something, this is what I want, I get that. There's nothing impossible anymore. And of course, I sabotage myself all the time. I catch myself sabotaging myself. But this time I have knowledge and I know what should I do when I catch myself sabotaging myself. And that's why I solve the problem fast so I can move forward with my goals. And that's the thing that really serves me the best. And I really love it. My whole life changed and I couldn't ever imagine that I'm going to speak at the national stages and do the work I'm doing right now. But life takes you on a journey beyond your wildest dreams.
It certainly does. Life is a beautiful gift and there's so many gifts out there for us. We just have to be open to receiving them.
Yes.
What daily practices or rituals do you follow to maintain and enhance your healing abilities?
Oh, that's really easy. So when you start learning how to do energy healing, when you start practicing it, you might get overwhelmed with all the tools that you need to use. but I always recommend people go back to basic and start really learning how to connect to the source energy and clean your energy first. People very often forget to clean their energy and also to expand their energy. We cannot receive if we are not expanded. It's really hard. And the easiest thing what people can do is just connect to the source energy. It takes few seconds to do that. At the beginning, it might take a few minutes, but it really takes just a few seconds. In the morning, in the evening, I clear my energy and I also expand my energy. And that's super simple. It's really easy to use and everybody can use it. And I want to also encourage people who just started using energy healing. Don't get overwhelmed with old tools. Just start practicing it. With time, you will even develop your own tools and you will be guided which tools work best for you.
Beautiful. Thank you for sharing that. Nina, what do you think your unique skill set or superpower is that's helped you become successful?
My unique superpowers, I think I want to share the story how I started doing marketing for healers because that was my superpower. I started doing my healing business and developing my healing business. And all of a sudden I realized that all my healer friends are struggling to build their businesses. So I started coaching them. I didn't charge them anything. At 3 years, I was giving them free advice, helping them build their businesses. And I started seeing results because I noticed that a lot of healers got stuck in very abusive relationships and many of them couldn't really escape because they didn't have financial resources. And I started teaching people how to really set up the business so they can escape that abusive relationships. And that really changed not only their life, they changed their family's life and also gave them confidence in themselves. And that's something that I really want to give people like a message to. Whatever your goal is, go for it because it's going to make you happy. And if you want to start business, start as soon as possible. And the biggest problem we have in a business is me problem, not business problem. We need to work on ourselves and with challenges and fears. And then strategy is just building a business is just the strategy that you need to follow. And very often people struggle to follow this strategy because they cannot stay focused on their goals. And this is how I started teaching people how to build a business. And that marketing skill that I had at the beginning became my super healing power. And this is what I do. Again, I didn't charge anybody for helping to build a business for 3 years. And after that, I said, you know what? I need to start charging you after 3 years. And they started referring me their friends and family members. I said, thank you. That's also great.
Amazing. How do you define success? What does that word mean to you, Nina?
My biggest success is really time with my daughter. And that's for me the biggest success. And also helping my clients. And I truly believe we don't have to sacrifice family time to build our business. We can have both if we know, first of all, what we want. If we were really clear what we want, we have a good offers and we can make anything happen. And that's for me the biggest success that I have time for my family and I also have time to build my business and the things I do. And also there's one thing that I don't usually talk about, but my business also supports other kids. I'm really passionate about supporting kids, providing food and education and healthcare to them. And my business is not really about making money. It's really supporting community, giving back to humanity.
That's really part of why we're all here. I mean, yes, we build businesses and whatnot and the work we do, but I think a big part of the reason we're all here is to do exactly that, to give back to humanity, to have an impact in the world, to leave an impact in the world, to help people, to support people. We're human beings. We all need help and support. What would you say is one of the most important things you've learned in your life? And what was your life like before you learned it? And what was your life like after learning it?
I think the most important lesson that I learned that nothing is impossible. Nothing. And I always learned that lesson when I came to Austria. Every time when I ask somebody about some things like, how can I do this? How can I do this? People will usually say, that's not possible, that this is not how you do it. And I will always say, it's not impossible. You just need to ask another person who knows the solution. And that's my mantra. It's not really impossible. You just need to ask another person. They probably have a solution to your problems. And that really opened a lot of doors for me. And before that, I would just stay stuck. I was like, it's not possible. But right now, I always ask myself, okay, who do I know that knows solution? And I always ask them, if that person doesn't want to provide a solution, I can ask another person. And there's always a solution to any situation.
Beautiful. What does the word empowerment mean to you, Nina?
For me, empowerment means giving back hopes, dreams, giving back people hopes and dreams, and also believe in themselves. Because we lost that. Over the years, we learned that our beliefs and our dreams are not important, which is not true. But when you give people dreams and hopes and believe in themselves back, this will be their life change.
Beautiful. Okay, we're going to jump into the rapid fire section here. So the next grouping of questions just be 1, 2, 3, 4-word answer type thing, okay?
Okay.
How would you describe yourself in one word?
I would say funny. And the reason for that is I really love to make jokes. I think life is funny, and I love dancing with my daughter as well.
If you could be remembered for one thing, what would it be?
Bringing peace to the world. When we heal, we help others heal too. And if we help enough people, we can really change the world, and we can have a much better world that is more peaceful.
If you could teach the world one thing, what would that be?
How to heal themselves, and how to really navigate the emotions, and how to really get in control of the emotions and heal themselves.
What is one thing you love about yourself that is not related to your physical appearance?
My problem-solving skills. I love that. I really get so excited about that.
That concludes our rapid fire section. Now back to our regularly scheduled program. I created a bonus question that I did not send you ahead of time. If other people could use 3 words to describe you, what would you want those 3 words to be?
I would say funny, determined, and passionate about the work I do.
Okay. What is your why, Nina?
My biggest why. I truly believe when people heal, we have a much better world. And I want to bring peace and healing to the world. That's my biggest why, because I grew up in the war and I know how hard it is. And that's really, for me, my soul project, to bring healing to the world and help people heal. And the second main reason also was to have my business is my daughter, because I was so scared to leave my daughter with stranger and start corporate job. I was like, oh my God, I cannot do that. And even the thought that somebody is going to control when I'm going to see my daughter, how long I can spend time with her, and when I'm going to see her next time, freaked me out. And I made the decision that I really need to make my business work. And I did. And that was for me the biggest driver. I have to succeed. I want to see my daughter. I don't want to miss any events in her life.
Beautiful, wise. Thank you for sharing that. Nina, what is one of your biggest failures, or we'll call them teachable moments, and what did you learn from it?
The biggest failure, I have to admit, is doing what everybody else is doing in the healing industry. That was the biggest failure. I was selling one-on-one sessions at the beginning because I thought this is how we do it. Everybody's doing it. And I realized, first of all, it doesn't serve my clients. We cannot solve the client's biggest problem in just one session. And the second reason was it was not predictable. It was not scalable. I was working more, having less, and carrying more risk for my business. And I said, this is not working at all. And I realized that if I really want to make something out of this business, I need to take my clients on a journey to provide best results, and also create a program for them where they can heal and provide an amazing support for them to heal.
If you had the opportunity to sit down and have a 1-hour conversation with one woman, any woman in the world, who would it be and why?
Any woman. When I was a kid, I was dreaming to have a conversation with Oprah. And I would really imagine conversation in my head, like talking to her, explaining how I'm a good student, that I'm working, I'm educating myself. And I would love to hear an advice from her. What should I do next? And that was for me a dream as a child, to talk to Oprah and get advice. And the only thing which I would say to her was like, how to believe in myself back. Because very often we take other people's opinions about us and believe that's true. And how can we go back to ourselves and find who we truly are?
If you could go back and give your younger self one piece of advice, what would that piece of advice be?
Believe in yourself. Believe in yourself. No matter what others say about your dreams, you can make that happen.
Beautiful advice. Lastly, Nina, if you were to deliver your last 30-second speech to the world, your tribe, your people, your corner of the world, what would that last 30 seconds sound like? What words of wisdom would you impart?
I would say whatever you're passionate about, go for it and make that happen. Your brain is going to stop you. Your soul is going to push you. The job of your brain is to keep you safe. The job of your soul is to make you happy. And your soul sees the bigger picture. So go for it. You have everything what you need to achieve your goals and achieve your dreams. So be brave, shine your light, because the world does need this love and light inside of you more than ever.
Beautiful. Incredible way to end the interview. Nina, thank you so very much for taking and making the time to be here with me today. I have thoroughly enjoyed our conversation. It's been inspirational, educational. I am so grateful to you and to have you as a member of the Empowerography community. Thank you for taking and making the time to be here with me today to share a bit about your story, your journey, and the beautiful light you put out into the world through the work you do.
Thank you, Brad. Thank you for having me here. I really enjoyed our interview. And thank you for making this happen and giving us the platform to share our messages. And for everybody who is listening to this, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being here with us today. And don't forget, be brave, shine your light. The world does need this love and light inside of you more than ever.
I love it. My pleasure and my honor, Nina. Once again, my name is Brad Walsh, host of your Empowerography podcast. Today, my guest has been Nina Maglic. She is a marketing expert, a healer, a philanthropist, and an international speaker. Thank you so much, Nina. I hope you have a beautiful rest of your day.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for listening to this podcast. If you haven't yet, please be sure to subscribe, rate, review, and share with all your friends. You can find me at visuphoria.ca. Follow me on Instagram at Empowerography Podcast and on Facebook at Empowerography. Please join me next time for another inspirational story from yet another amazing woman.